guys, I wanted to show you a little something that you can do at home since you have a little bit of time there, and it is to make a keyboard note helper, and then I will try to put some things online that will help you play. So if you haven't learned the names of the notes on the keyboard, I wanted to show you how you can make one of these at home to fit your keyboard. If it's a standard size keyboard, then it'll be kind of like the one I'm going to show you. If not, then I can show you how to make it to fit your keyboard. So take a look right here, and this will tell you a little bit more about it so that later you can just pause on that and read through it. But I'm going to take this sheet of paper to my piano that I have and show you how you can create your own keyboard note helper so that when I post songs, you'll be able to play them. All right, guys, I'm here at my piano. You'll probably have a keyboard at your house. If you don't have a keyboard, then you can use like a piano app or go online to a virtual keyboard, or you could just make your own little keyboard just out of some paper if you wanted just to practice that if you don't have something. But anyway, I have my paper here. I've already started cutting it just a little bit, cutting about a 2-inch strip off. You guys know that at school when we play the keyboard, there's that little note helper, and you want to cut it about the size of that, and eventually it's going to end up on our piano, but first we need to create it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up. I'm going to find two black keys on the piano. You'll find them in 2, then 3, 2, then 3, and so forth. So I want to start with 2, and I'm going to go to the white key just below or just to the left of that. I'm going to line my paper up. And then I'm going to take, I have a Sharpie, but you might want to use a pen or a pencil. I'm just going to find the lines between the notes. I can kind of see through my paper. And that way I can create my keyboard helper. Okay. And I'm going to cut this last one off because it doesn't go all the way through to the last note. So let me just snip it off. All right, and now what I want to do is go back and I'm going to make the lines just a little bit longer, and I'm going to create the black keys. So there's going to be a black key here, so let me just create that. There's going to be one here. There's one here. One here. See, I'm just lining it up with this. There's one here. And that way I'll know where to put it when I come back to the keyboard with the letters on it. All right, now let's go back to the table. All right, so I brought my paper that I just made at my piano or keyboard back to the table, and I'm gonna go ahead and make my lines a little longer so I can line it up real well. Just like the one in the book and just like the one you have at school. It doesn't have to be great, it just has to be kind of lined up. Might make my black keys just a little bit longer. You can fill those in. I won't take time to do that right now. I'll make them a little longer. And if it won't fit on your keyboard, you can cut this part off. I might cut that part off. All right, and now you'll see how it kind of lines up with what I have in the book. 2 black keys and then 3. And so I want to write these letters onto my keyboard helper. So the first one's going to be C, then D, then E, and then right through the musical alphabet. F, G, and you know what comes after G in the musical alphabet? Not H, but A. And then I'm going to keep going. C, D, and E. And if you want to write the word high right here, this is the higher C. This is the higher D. This is the higher E. And I've got room for an F, so I'm going to add that. All right, now that you've made your keyboard note helper, we can go ahead and put it back on our keyboard and give it a try. All right, so we just made this at our table, and I am gonna cut off this top piece because it might get in the way. Remember now, if yours, just line it up with whatever size keys you have, Most keyboards have the same size as a piano, but sometimes keyboards have keys that are a little bit smaller. So what I want to do, this is very important. I want to make sure I line up my black keys, 2, 3, 2. If I have it off, for example, if it's not lined up, then I won't have the correct note beside the one that it's supposed to line up with on the keyboard. So you see how this is not lined up. So just keep moving it until it lines up with the black keys. And if I want to, I can line it up in a different spot because it has the same pattern. I can even move it down low if I want to. Okay, so let's bring it back kind of to the middle. And I'm gonna go ahead and, just like at school, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it right behind my notes. And at school, sometimes I'll tape it so it won't move. And then I'm ready to go. This is the C. So on our piano page, if you see the letter C, just touch it one time. You see the letter D, just touch it one time. There's the letter E, and so forth. Now here's C again. This is the high C, this is the low C. There's the high D, high E, and high F. So go ahead if you want to and make your keyboard note helper so you'll be ready to go. Again, it'll work for your phone, it'll work for your keyboard. If you have a piano, it'll work for all those things. And then when I start posting some of our letter songs, you'll be ready to go and it will sound the way it's supposed to sound. My name is BB Fuzz, BB Fuzz.